Hey, you've got 3 minutes. Let's stretch those legs out before leg day. Hey, Coach Ashley here at the Critical Bench Compound. I have a quick 3-minute lower body stretch, dynamic warm-up, whatever you want to call it, before we hit the legs, right? So it's leg day, that's why you're here with me today. I'm gonna give you a quick 3 minutes, but guess what? Stretching isn't enough. You need to be making sure you're working on your mobility and opening up those hips if you want to get the maximum benefits of your lift out of your leg day. Proper muscle development. The entire lower half is so centered around those hips and those hip flexors and making sure they're nice and mobile. So real fast, stop what you're doing, click the pinned comment below, drop down the comments, grab that pinned comment. I gave you guys a full 15-minute routine that you should be doing at least twice a week. Let's go ahead and get these 3 minutes started. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my timer started, and real fast, we're gonna put it on the screen. We have an alternating knee pull, butt kicks, and a deep squat pry. 3 minutes, my watch is set. We're going 1 minute each on each of these movements. Ready? Let's go. Alternating knee pull, we're pulling that knee up to the chest. Core is nice and tight. Find something to focus on as you drive that knee up. Your chest stays nice and high. Your spine stays nice and neutral. That means from the base of my skull to my tailbone, I have a straight line. It does not look like this, right? Don't run around the shoulders. Up, nice and high. Here. 30 more seconds. Really drive that knee up. You're gonna feel the stretch all the way into the glutes. And if you're really tight, you're probably feeling it into that lower back too. Keeping your core nice and tight. Coming to that finish line, our next movement is going to be the butt kicks. Now, it's not a fast butt kick like you would typically think, right? We're gonna go nice and slow to really activate those muscles. You can do it faster if you're trying to get your heart rate up a little bit. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Butt kick, we're coming here. Kick, kick. Core is tight. Now, if you want it to, you can go a little bit faster. Maybe you do 30 seconds slow, and to really get those muscles nice and fired up, you pick up the tempo a little bit. Core is tight, shoulders back. Find something to focus on if your balance is struggling, and if your balance is struggling, your core is probably a little weak. Strengthen those hips. Again, it's all in the hips. I think it's like the most underestimated part of the body. Your hips are the second most mobile joint in the entire body. Your first is your shoulder. You know how important your shoulders are, right? Your hips are just as important. Final 15 seconds, I'm gonna pick it up. Again, heels to butt. Just gonna get my heart rate up a little bit. Next one's gonna be a deep squat pry. This one's gonna be fun. And 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna come out nice and wide, and the pry, we're gonna elbows inside. You see how low my glutes are to my heels? Most people, when they do this, they're here in the squat position. I've been working on my hip mobility postpartum. That's part of the reason I got my results that I have gotten in the short amount of time, is focusing on my hip mobility, unlocking my hips, literally doing what I just gave you guys in the pinned comment below, focusing on that 15 minutes. I give myself at least 2 times a week, but I went from this postpartum, literally my hips were so high, to I can lift my toes. Most people, when they get down this low with their glutes and their hips, they're leaning up and their heels are the sky, right? So this feels good. Again, the pry part is here, squat pry. 15 more seconds, hold it. If you want this mobility, you need to be doing that 15-minute routine. I'm telling you guys, at least twice a week. Grab that pinned comment, grab your own, and guess what? You're gonna drop your glutes and your hips all the way down to those heels, and that is 3 minutes right there. Focus on that mobility. Your hips, my hips feel really good. I definitely feel like I can go into the squat rack and get a few reps in. That's your 3 minute, real quick, lower body warm up, stretch routine. Coach Ashley, I'll see you next time.